All right. This is reporter John Wilcox sitting here with Chief Deputy Roy Boyd, Victoria County Sheriff's Office, and we're going to talk a little bit about scam calls. After some residents in our county have reported scam calls. Chief, tell us first, how do you recognize a phone call as a scam call? What are some of the warning signs?
Some of the key things that people will find whenever they have somebody that's calling with reference a scam is, number one, you won't have any reference to what they're talking about. Some of the scams are about jury service. Some of the scams are about outstanding citations, various things like that. If you never received a jury summons, if you never received a citation, that should be a red flag that something is wrong. The next thing is they are calling you over the phone. The fact that somebody is calling you over the phone about this is unusual. Law enforcement will not call and ask for money over the phone. If anybody asks for money over the phone, then you know that it's not going to be legitimate. The other thing is, if anybody tries to get you to go get a gift card or a debit card and utilize that to make payment, that is going to be something that is fraudulent.
And let's say we're in a hypothetical situation where I'm on the phone with a person I think might be a scam artist. What should I do?
The best thing to do is go ahead and disengage from the conversation.
Hang up.
Hang up the phone.
Then what?
Hang up the phone, then call the Victoria County Sheriff's Office and let us know what is going on. Because sometimes we get numerous calls about the same scam, and what we try to do is we try to track those down. And while they may not be local, sometimes those scams are taking place here within the United States, and we can work with our state and federal partners to attempt to locate and try to bring these scams to an end and catch the individuals. And it has happened. While some of these scams are from overseas and makes it extremely difficult, some of them are domestic, and we are able to track them down.
Were you just telling me a story about a sheriff's office in Georgia that resulted in the prosecution?
We had an example of just that. A friend of ours is John Kerry Biddick. He's a U.S. Marshal out of Atlanta, Georgia. When he was a sheriff in Georgia, he was in West Texas having breakfast in a cafe with sheriff out in Sierra Blanca. And while they were there, they found out that the waitress's mother had been scammed into sending some money to a P.O. box in a small town in Georgia. Just so happened that was Sheriff Biddick's hometown. And so he got the P.O. box number, had a deputy set up on it, and arrested the individual when they came to get their checks out of the P.O. box. So sometimes these things do get solved. The best thing to do is to provide us with the information, and we'll do our best to try to track these things down.
So there is hope out there. That's very good. Thank you, Chief. Anything else you'd like to add?
No, any individual that we catch doing these scams will be charged to the fullest extent of the law. Typically, it's under the theft or the fraud violations in the penal code. But we will do our due diligence and do what we can. But we advise people, if you're leery about it, hang up the phone, call the sheriff's office, and let us know.